Welcome to season 2 of Cooler Corner.
Welcome, guys.
This is episode 1.
Episode 1 of the new season, new show.
Are you just going to parrot everything I say?
Yeah. Why not?
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and catch up on season 1. I'm gonna got all the videos there, and by now the show might even be there. We just never know. You just never know. But today, we've got a theme, haven't we?
We do have a theme, and that theme is...
Card magic. Oh no, what?
It's mentalism.
It's mentalism. Your area expertise. And then we've got like a few bullet points. First bullet point, propless versus non-propless. What are your thoughts?
Well, as you know, I used to be a big advocate for the propless side of things.
Yeah.
But now I feel it has a time and a place. So you can be as propless as you want, but obviously it's not. There's none of the what's the word you was telling me the other day? The Joshua J thing, snapshots.
Snapshot, yeah. I like the idea.
Because obviously, if you're doing a propless routine, you just got people reacting, which is all well and good, but there's none of them. Is it a focal point of where you're
focal? Like a focus. Like...
Yeah, where you can actually see what's going on. So, like, if you take a picture, like you said, like Joshua J thing, you're not going to be able to.
You just got a picture of 2 people looking.
Yeah, you got 2 people. You got one going, reacting, but then but what are they reacting to? What does that picture tell a story of?
Exactly.
So I feel like I
might just have a headache or something. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I'm having a really bad migraine.
Yeah. Just go away. Talking to the mentalist.
But no, I do feel like I do enjoy a good propless piece.
Yeah. I obviously, you know, I do a little bit of mentalism effects or like the techniques, and I like to nick from that world into mine. But like I say, it is definitely a time and a place. Because say, for instance, if you're just out and you got nothing on you, or you don't do the apps on the phone or anything, then something like Guess Who, like Pete Turner, or I say YGI, but you need a billet for that, wouldn't
you? Yeah.
Say Guess Who, something so simple, a little bit of mentalism, just to on the fly, nothing needed. It's handy to have in your arsenal of stuff, innit? Yeah,
because like when it comes to a mentalist, it's not as if you're known for using props. In a sense, because if you're reading someone's mind, do you really need a prop?
Correct, yeah.
Whereas a magician could do tricks with anything and everything.
Yeah.
But a mentalist is obviously known for, like I said, reading minds. So why would you need to write something down to read a mind?
Yeah, you can get around with that with presentation, though, isn't it? What you said about, it doesn't actually happen like that. And you need to go through a process. And there's obviously ways around that.
But yeah, I do feel like I was a massive advocate for the propless stuff, as I mainly only learned and worked with propless stuff. But nowadays it's...
What swayed your mind from doing that? Is it a certain trick or certain techniques or anything like that?
I mean, things like YGI, and obviously the Joshua J snapshot idea, because it's like, if you wanted to promote something, in the propless, if you're just doing strictly propless, you'd need to have everything recorded, rather than if you're doing a non-propless routine and you're writing something down, then I think it brings the whole audience involved as well.
Yeah.
Rather than just that one person on stage who's they're just getting the routine, aren't they?
Yeah.
Rather than...
One thing as well, with like card magic, say, tricks like anniversary waltz, they've got something they can take home with them.
Yeah.
You don't have anything like that if you're propless. You haven't got any souvenirs or other than like a business card.
Yeah. I mean...
I can't think of anything.
Again, like YGI, that's not a propless piece.
But is it? You could just get a little piece of paper, rip a corner off and write a star sign on it.
Yeah, again, but that's the argument as well between effects like that.
That's still impromptu propless because you didn't have those props.
Yeah.
You could, if you're in a betting shop, give us a pad, give us a pen, give us a piece of paper, boom, boom, hold on to that.
Yeah, but I mean, I suppose that just depends on your...
That's using your surroundings.
Yeah, ideals of what is propless and what isn't propless. Because we had a discussion before about it as well, didn't we?
Discussion, argument.
Yeah, where I was talking to you before about the effect that someone was classing as propless, but he was using a calculator. So is that technically a propless piece? And his argument was, well, we all have a phone on us.
Yeah.
So is it...
That's a good argument.
Yeah, it's a very good argument. Yeah. But I suppose, obviously, there's different viewpoints.
Because you wouldn't be using the phone as the prop, would you? It'll be the calculator that's the prop, but it just so happens to be, oh, it's convenient because it's on the phone.
Yeah.
And I don't have to carry it around because I carry my phone around.
But would you class a propless, an effect that uses an item, a prop, if it's somebody else's?
No.
Or would a number divination, would that be classed as a propless piece if they're adding numbers up on a calculator?
Is the calculator on their phone or your phone?
No, that's what I mean. I'm just clarifying what I've just said to you. If you're using their item,
yeah.
Is it propless then compared to using the item of the mentalist?
I'd still put it back to using your environment. You want to see something, okay, what have we got here? You know what I mean? And it's literally, I think it was Jay Sankey, one of the Jays, saying like, if you're a magician, you should be able to do magic with anything.
Yeah.
And I think that was on that Everyday Anywhere or whatever it's called. And it's a good point, because you couldn't go, oh yeah, I've got no cards on me, they're at home. It's like,
what, you're a magician?
Yeah.
Oh, you're a mind reader?
Oh, it's clearly the magic cards that he uses. Yeah. He needs those trick cards.
But
it just cuts your credibility.
Yeah. But in answer to your question, I'd say nowadays I'm 50-50 with it.
That's not answering the question. It's 50-50 anyway, yes or no?
Yeah, but the question was propless or non-propless.
It was really just a loose discussion on them. I say, obviously, I need a prop because I do card magic. But if there was a way to get the same effect as card magic without using cards, I'd definitely explore it.
I mean, I
don't know how that would be.
I mean, I feel you did touch upon that with the invisible blackjack. It's not exactly a deck of cards, is it? No,
there's no cards involved.
Yeah. So, and they're obviously creating...
That's a really good example.
Yeah.
Because it's a mentalism trick that I've... Oh, wow. Yeah.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Thank you. I am welcome.
So, if we're talking about the propless mentalism versus non-propless mentalism, where do we stand on being bold and taking risks?
Where do you stand? I don't really take a lot of risks. Oh, no, sorry. Don't really be bold, because I like the style of loose handling, but there's an organised chaos to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Obviously, you take a lot of risks in like a Sci-Force or something. Might as well say it now, because if people are watching season 2, they've gone through all them.
Yeah, I mean...
Sorry guys, we're just going to say it now. No beating around it.
I do take a lot of risks, but I feel, again, it's calmed down quite a bit. Because, again, you can take all the risks you want and have a definitive out point, but then you need something that's surefire and going to work in like a stage setting. Because if you do take all the risk in a stage kind of setting, then pretty much you run the risk of your material all falling flat.
So what you're trying to say there, James, was what I said about the first show.
Yeah.
About starting with a foolproof trick, then doing your bold stuff, and ending on a foolproof trick.
Yes.
I was right.
Yes, you was right.
Again.
But I do feel like being bold also opens up, well, having a surefire route opens up avenues to be bold and get the extra hits inside there.
Yeah, 100%. There was a trick, obviously. Every time we talk, I have to bring it back to magic because mentalism bores me. No, but if I was trying to link being bold with card magic, I would never, if I had stuck with Jay Sankey, maybe Joshua J, I don't know, other card magicians, like, I don't know, certain card magicians, like Chris Angel, like all this stuff. Even though it's not a card magician, it's a bad example. But like where the tricks are linear, this, some of them might have a branching path, like, well, if they want this, you can make it look like there's more choice, and then you go to this bit. Ollie Mealing has opened my head to jazzing with magic to the point where it's like, there was one, I won't discuss the method, but there was one card that he asked someone to think of. It was a free choice. Yeah, he said, right, take it out the deck, and it wasn't even in the deck. He unbuttoned his shirt, and it was sellotaped to his top. One card.
I think you've shown me that.
I might have shown you. And that is jazzing. That's being bold. And when I seen that, and I signed up to his membership, which is amazing. Mealing.co. I don't know why I plugged that. Plug us. But it's amazing. And even his approach to jazzing and stuff, even he's opened my mind to anything can be in a... We was in the thing before, and it said bingo, and I was like, the G looks like a 9. And you could do something like 9th card down or an A-can. You're just looking around going, oh yeah, lucky 15, 15th card, 4 selections. And that was all in Mealing.
Yeah, I mean...
And if you're being bold, you could go, if you know like the 9th card down is the Ace of Spades and you can side-force that, you could go, so look around, oh, you got 15, like lucky 15, yeah, and that kind of looks like a 9, doesn't it? Why don't we just use that?
Yeah, then you could just get into name...
Think of a card, boom, boom, side-force it, then it's the 9th card, and you're using being bold, because they might go, no, I don't want to do that. I want 27. And then you'll know how to jazz out of that by cut the rest of them off and stuff.
Yeah, and that's me. You could use the G as the 9, like you said, and then just get them to name a suit.
Yeah.
And obviously work around that to get the suit you require.
Yeah. But it's all about having like the knowledge of how to jazz and actually just being comfortable and having the ball to do it.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's not ideal all the time as I used to do it, like I said, but I still like to take that risk.
Yeah, definitely. I know being bold and taking risks are the same thing. Or are they? If you take a risk and if you put a 3 of spades down and you can confidently side force a 3, but you're not up on the suits.
Yeah.
You're getting 1 out of 4. That's taking a risk that they're going to go 1 out of 4. But if you can put 1 card down and you can side force that, are you being bold?
No.
Oh, sorry, if you put 1 card down, you say, just think of any card.
Yeah, that's...
You don't side force and you just go for the 1 in 52, that's bold.
Yeah, that's bold.
But that's the one that's going to hit.
Yeah, or you could just walk up to someone and say, just think of your star sign, Sagittarius.
It's only 1 in 12, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, it's still a bold thing
to
do,
it's still good for you to just boom like that, because you've not had to look like you filtered anything out or you're fishing.
The big fish.
Interesting.
I do. I think it's one we could debate on back and forth for a while. That one, though.
Yeah. So it was changing from bold to what do you call it? Bold to taking a risk, and playing cards. Do they belong in mentalism?
The age-old debate.
We're gonna debate that right now because we're old and aged.
I'm gonna say one thing.
You have to say a bit more.
No, I'm gonna say literally one thing to start.
You already said too many.
I'm not doing this no more with you, Paul. It's like a really one-sided marriage.
Go on then.
Every tool in the toolbox.
Is this talk about the marriage?
Yeah. And you're every single tool in there. No, like using every tool in the toolbox.
Yeah.
So why not use a deck of playing cards because it could be used for not just the actual effect, it could be used to write on to reveal information. It could be used not just to Cyforce or guess a card, it could be used to give readings. Mm-hmm. There was effects using playing cards with readings, which was a Peter Turner called Getting to Know You.
Another plug for someone else, that's not us.
Yeah, there's 2 versions of that, by the way. And it was used back in the day for like cartomancy and giving readings such as tarot readings now.
So if we was to look at it, so we're talking about the mentalism side, right? But then I've got to like add mine. So if being bold and taking risk are in the same vein, would every toolbox, using every tool in the toolbox being using a normal deck to sleight of hand or a gimmick? Is that like the equal?
Yeah, I'd say so, because
you're basically saying, I don't want to use anything else. I want just mind my words. That's me with a normal deck. Or you can go, you know what, I want props. And then someone else goes, no, I want to use stuff, cards or whatever. Yeah, because I can kind of like put towards that, thinking I've been on the other side. I was like, nah, this and that. And we was, for the second show, we was brainstorming, and I said to you over the phone, I was like, this is a trick. How do you reckon it's going to be done? And you didn't know. And when I told you, it was like, I didn't think you'd do that.
yeah.
Every trick, so every tool in the toolbox.
But I suppose on the flip side, if people really just associate playing cards with card magic,
Which is what they do.
which you would do, does that then mean a card magician can't use mentalism techniques?
Well, they won't really know, would they?
No, but that's the thing. Like, you use mentalism techniques, but you're predominantly a card magician.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So but if you can't use playing cards in mentalism because it's card magic, it's card tricks.
Yeah.
Should you then use? Does that mean you're not allowed to use mentalism techniques because that's not a card technique?
That's a good point.
So I feel like again, something you open my eyes to. I will admit. I feel like I'm really like bigging you up and giving you loads of props.
I'm very easy. I'm very easy to pick up. Go on.
About using every tool in the toolbox.
Yeah.
Rather than,
because I remember when you got like fell out of love with magic and got into mentalism, and it was like, no, I'm not doing that. For the first hangout, he was like, no, I think it was all Propless, if I remember.
Yeah,
right.
it was.
Or the second one. Second one you had like the 8 can and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think in the second one it was. I think in the first one did I do mentalism or was that card magic? I can't remember.
I think it was magic actually.
Yeah, I think it might have been.
Yeah, but it might have been from then when he was like, nah, I just want to do Guess Who and everything's got to be in your mind.
Yeah, I did it Isabella Star, didn't I? Isabella Star 3 on there.
That's it, yeah.
An A-can and a pin divination.
Yeah, that's what it was. I couldn't remember that for the longest time. But yeah, so say like when you were saying, I don't want to use any props, it's all going to be it's all going to be Propless mentalism, because that's what you was reading as well, and I know you got proper deep into that. Proper. I didn't even notice that. Mental. I've lost what I was saying now.
You wanted to do completely proper, so you were saying.
You wanted to do completely proper stuff, and I was always saying to you, just at least use something. And you're like, no. And it's like, well, even when you think of the snapshot, and those that aren't aware.
It's just come to me now, it wasn't a focal point. It's a point of reference.
Point of reference, okay. Well, I'll edit that somewhere. I won't.
Yeah.
I forgot what I said.
I forgot again.
Forgot again. So me using magic. Oh yeah. So I said to you, use the every tool in the toolbox. And for people who aren't aware of the snapshots we talk about, when we seen Joshua J do a lecture, he mentioned there should be 1 or 2 moments, or maybe 3 or 4, I don't know, where so if someone takes a picture of you doing a trick or you're on stage, that picture should be so clear what's happening in that moment, right? And that's basically, ever since I learned that, I was like, yeah, that's an interesting thing. So like, if you flip on it, when I was saying, even if it is a calculator or a deck of cards or a billet or a pen, something like that, it's like you need something. And we basically said at the start, if you're just talking to someone and someone takes a picture,
That's
just
what I
two
was saying
people in a
before,
room,
yeah.
aren't you?
That's what I was saying before, because there's nothing there to say, well, this is what's happening other than that one person's experience, because the audience don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And they don't know whether what they're saying is right.
Mm.
So you could say, okay, think of your star sign for me. Again, Pisces. That person's reacting, but what's to say that person isn't just playing along?
Yeah. That's literally, if everyone's watching this, go, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, the only thing is someone goes, I bet he knows him, he's just saying yes to everything. All right. Even though that's not the actual method, because they've implanted that's a possible method, they probably go, yeah, that's probably what happened.
Yeah, which is...
And it undercuts you.
Good about having the point of reference, which would include...
like a piece of paper with something written, or a pad.
Yeah.
Something written down, or a card like in your pocket. I don't know.
So yeah, I mean, it's good to have that balance of propless and non-propless, even if it is a deck of cards. So I mean, like you're saying, use every tool in the toolbox.
Because what if that deck of cards was in the card box? Yeah, deck of cards in the card box, and you had it, and you're a mentalist, and you go, in that deck is one card turned over, right? And you go, okay, and you have a side faucet or a big bold, and you take the deck out, you spread it, and all the cards are blank except one face down card, and it's the card they want. That then is not a deck of cards.
No, it's a...
You're using it as a revelation, aren't you?
Yeah.
So is that acceptable to a mentalist?
I'd say using cards in any aspect is acceptable for a mentalist.
And not if, because I use any and all techniques. There's literally nothing that I won't use. If you was to say, I can't do a pinky count now because I can't do that. If you know card handling techniques, you can apply that to billets or top changes and something like that. So you can nick things from my world. So it's not just about props, it's anything. Do you know what I mean? And like I said with yours, I've nicked a lot of the linguistical tricks of how to side-force a card, or kind of edge them to like another. If I'm going, just think of a card, and it's close to what I'm trying to force, and I think of a low number, I add them together. What's that? It's a 9 now, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just pushing them into that ballpark.
There's another one. If playing cards are not acceptable in mentalism, or people don't want to use playing cards in mentalism, why do we need to know how to side force a playing card then?
That is a really good point.
Because you're still using the deck. You're not using a deck of cards, but you're using the imaginary deck of cards.
That is a really good point. Yeah.
It's pointless learning then, isn't it?
Yeah.
And if you don't want to use the playing cards in your mentalism, just don't use them. I mean, it probably is a bit of a straightforward point.
Wow, that's deep. That is really like a good point.
It's literally just come to me now.
So with mentalism, so card magic could exist without mentalism, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. I wasn't saying that. I was just saying.
No. I'm just trying to say. So yeah, so card magic could exist without mentalism because you can nick the idea of forcing a card anyway.
Yeah.
But then if mentalism, could that survive without card magic?
I feel it could.
Without cards, sorry, not card magic.
I feel it could survive without cards, but I feel it adds a different aspect.
That's a stupid point. Now I think about it, of course it could, yeah.
I feel it just adds a different aspect of, and again, it's another point of reference.
Yeah.
Because if you can say to someone, right, just think of any playing card you want, hand someone the deck of cards, and then say, okay, take that card out and show it to everyone. So everyone is in on it. And then, obviously, you reveal the card in whichever way you want.
Yeah.
Or you could just say, okay, comes back to the point of, think of any playing card you want, and ace of spades, and then they react. How does the audience know that was the card they're thinking of?
But they could write it down and show everybody, but then you're still using
and you're still using the aspect of a deck of cards.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, playing cards in things like readings and stuff, which we now do, again, using playing cards, it goes back years, and playing cards were never actually used back when they were first invented for playing games. They were actually used for giving readings and tarot readings.
Was that when there was just called cards?
I think so. Yeah, I'm assuming so. But yeah, playing cards in the realm of like the mind and stuff that was the first thing they were used for.
Yeah.
You can research that too, by the way.
I'm not going to.
I mean, I did.
If you can find me a link, I'll put it in the description.
I'll find you the link.
Yeah. Our socials will be in the description as well, by the way.
I'll find a link. I'm sure I got the link saved in my notes as well, actually.
Well, that is a smooth link to the next point. I don't know what that is. I reckon it's just. I think we're gonna got good points there.
I think
a little bit of a focus. We're trying to get more focus for these ones. So we might have like 3 points we're gonna hit about a certain thing. Because I don't know if you noticed, the first season's episodes just titled random.
Yeah.
It's about stuff that's happened in the video. But yeah, one of them's like a new camera and bad customer service. That's the second one because we got this camera and that guy.
Oh no! Don't get me started.
Dropping a deck in disrespect. I remember that guy. But if we have season 2, episode 1, mentalism, and it's just like, yeah, I think that's pretty cool. So, we was gonna say something then?
No.
Good. Shut up.
I will.
Blink twice. Where are we at with the show? We've kind of done the mentalism bit. Let's get to the show.
I feel we are at a good point with our own sets.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're going to spend some time over the next couple of days going through them, fine-tuning what we're going to be doing, and doing a little bit of rehearsals.
Yeah. We're supposed to do a little bit of rehearsals today, aren't we?
Yeah, I think
we still will. And with the show, we are going to... Oh, no, with the show. If you watched the last... It's kind of like the introduction to Season 2. We're going to do monthly tricks where we're going to give ourselves some cards out of our very own creativity deck. And then every month we're going to do one. And maybe at the end, by the time we do the gig, we're going to do a poll if people are watching. And the one that gets the highest view of each of us, or sorry, the highest number of votes, we're actually going to explain it. And we'll teach it you. That'll be a pretty cool one. But we're going to have to preface this. If we use, like, say, the cuts principle, that Michael Morris, we won't actually be able to tell you the cuts principle, but we can point you in the right direction. There's probably stuff on YouTube anyway.
Yeah, I mean...
How to do a double lift. I'm not going to teach you a double lift. Well, I will teach a double lift. That's fine.
Teach them a glide.
I use that all the time, though. It's like my favourite slide.
Or the cut deeper force.
No. That's just bad memories. You know what I mean.
Cut deeper and then meditate. We're a top bat.
Shots fired.
You know who you are.
Where is she?
Where is she?
Yeah.
On that bombshell.
Are we going to end it now?
I feel on that bombshell we should.
So, just to wrap it up, we're going to conclude mentalism, propless versus propless, non-propless versus propless. I would say I'm edging more towards propless. Sorry, non-propless, using props.
See, I'm down the middle, but I'm going to go propless.
It's weird saying non-propless when you need something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down the middle, but I've always had a good affinity for propless. So I would go propless.
I'd say for you, you can't be swayed.
No.
I don't think you can show your allegiance on camera, can you?
No, propless.
And then what was it about taking risks? I would definitely say, if you get the chance, take a risk.
I'd say that. Obviously, like I said, I would be more inclined to just be bold in my stuff. But now, if you just have a straightforward path, an end goal, you can branch off.
I just thought of something as well. One or two of the tricks that we did on the improvised presentations, I think from both of us as well, if I remember right, it's just taking risks. And we did it whilst we was recorded in the moment, and you can see us jazz out of it. You can see something hit, something not hit. That's an actual good idea.
I didn't actually think about that, you know.
Yeah, the amount of times we were just like, just name a card, and it had to be within the ballpark or something.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't, what do you do there? You jazz out of it. Name another one.
Yeah.
Name another, and another, and again. And then the last one was playing cards and mentalism. I think we both unanimously said yes.
And if you don't believe that it should be, don't Cypher's playing cards.
Or like Pete Turner, don't write a whole document on it on how to Cypher's playing cards.
There was that one, I can't remember I think it was a Fraser Parker download called Playing Cards in Mentalism. And they...
Quite apt.
It was
exactly
actually
what we were talking about.
It was
like you knew.
It was a full-on download of them using playing cards in mentalism.
Okay.
So Again, you can find that. I can't probably find it online somewhere.
You find me and I'll link it.
I will. I'll find it.
Thank you.
No problem.
So don't forget, we are now on Instagram. We was on Instagram anyway. It's just at Cooler Corner Podcast, even though it's technical podcast. I'll put it here. Do that, James, and it'll come up across the screen. I'm not going to do it now because it's just, just funny.
It's everywhere.
No, I will put it on the screen. pauldoestricks, jamestomblingmentalism. Come say hi. Drop us a like, comment, and subscribe as well because it pushes the video out. And now we're actually going to do we're going to take the cards out of the deck. So we're actually going to put that on Instagram. So if you want to see what we actually pick before the next one, come and see.
One thing we could do.
I thought I ended that really nice.
No, just an add-on. The people that are watching could comment and give us questions for the next.
Questions or something we've got to add into it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because they might have questions based upon our questions.
Yeah.
Then we could give them answers to them questions which already answered
Which
our
would
questions.
imply when I said like, comment and subscribe.
Yeah, but you never specified what they could comment.
Anything?
I
Just not about your hair because you're proper touchy about that.
Yeah, I specified Paul's a curse word. And on that
we got so close to the end and you
said curse word. You
referenced it. Like, comment and subscribe. See you on Instagram sometime. And we'll see you in episode 2.
See you there, guys.